human flowers, and this flower. Thank you. Thank you for first this wonderful welcome of all of us, and the privilege to be here with you, all of us together. As Father Francis just mentioned me, there are 10 branches presently here. Wonderful. And on the level of the India, we have 21, as we heard. This is extraordinary. This is not the case in many countries to have so much branches in one country. I would like to take this opportunity to underline three points, in fact, that were just mentioned, to kind of give encouragement in all these three areas. First, the importance of collaboration. The importance, the word collaboration can sound in a way very encouraging, but if it remains just a word and does not become a reality among us, we are really kind of losing a tremendous moment, tremendous gift that the Vincentian family as such is. To give an example, because our collaboration are in different levels, in collaboration in the international level, in the national level, regional level, local and local. Now, when we, an example, we on the level of advocacy, we can imagine the United Nations. At the United Nations, the international organization, the most kind of organization that unites most larger number of countries. We are also, as a family, we are represented. There are a few branches, but we, those branches that are there, would like to represent the whole family. And more and more, we are going into that direction, that we are not represented there as an individual congregation. For example, CM, but as member of the Vincentian. An example. We have an office there at the United. I mean, there is one of the offices of the United Nations. We try to get in touch with some leaders, international leaders that can influence changes in their own countries. And we knock one door and we say, we knock the door opens, this handsome man or woman appears and said, who are you? Well, you know, I am a Vincentian father, a congregation of the mission. Nice. And yeah, what is your goal? Well, you know, we like to help the needy. How many are you in the world? Well, you know, we are 3,000, and then with the seminarians, 4,000. Okay. Good luck. God bless you. And the door closes very fast. You don't get even a glass of water. Now, we come to the same office. The same man and the same woman opens the door. And here we are. And We introduce ourselves. Well, you know,
Vincentian.
A member of the Vincentian family. Member of the Vincentian family. Who is the Vincentian family? You know, we have many members, you know. Family means members. Yes, how many? Well, you know, presently in the world we are 150 branches around the world. 150 branches. Oh. And how many? In how many countries? You know, we are in 157 countries. 157 countries. Yes, 157. Oh la la. And how many of you? I mean, how many? Numbers.
22 lakhs.
I mean, exactly. I cannot say, but we are, as members, we are over 2 million. And the persons that are following the spirit of St. Vincent and are attracted and to cooperate, it's over 4 million. 4 million? Then that secretary opens his agenda and says, you know, I am free for dinner tomorrow. I invite you. It's a completely different way of reacting from the other side when they see we are united, we are, you can say, numerous, and we are in so many countries. We have 150 branches, congregations, associations, and in 157 countries, and the numbers are in millions. It means the effect and the lobbying, the influence on the international level, on the national level, the local level can be much stronger when we are united, when we are together. And that's why it's so important to say, yes, I am a CM, but belonging to the Vincentian family. I am SSVP, but member of the Vincentian family. Not to forget always to add that also, and so on and so on. That name needs to sound, because all of a sudden the following question arises: who the family is, and then we can definitely say it is what in fact we are at the present. This collaboration is not just on the level of lobbying in front of governments, in front of international organizations, but also acting together, serving together on these different levels. That's why the word collaboration to make the word more and more a reality among us. All over the world. The next point was mentioned with spirituality. It is that is going to that makes a difference between an NGO or a member of the Vincentian family. We are not just an NGO. We are not an NGO as such, where we do good work, good services, but our being, our reason of being, of doing, of serving, is Jesus. It is a very clear point of starting point. It is that makes us different of any social group, any NGOs who don't have any that particular kind of moment or part in their organization, in their group, in their congregation. And that's why the growth, the formation the spiritual formation for us is essential. And again, on the different levels, on international, to try to encourage the national levels trying to encourage the regional levels trying to encourage the local levels. Especially when the countries are big, are large. India, so concrete example, so big, so wonderful country, but so vast that it's so important all the structure that that this councils that you have in the national level, it's not just left to the national level, because it is probably possible to reach to the different states and to be in touch then to the local level. But that's why the importance of the regional councils that you have to be really active, and of course it's so important that those who feel and believe in the importance of the Vincentian family, really the collaboration, the help of each other, work hand in hand, encouraging other members to get involved. Means the regional level also to be strong, well organized, regular encounters, regular meetings, which then help the local groups to be effective and to be effective. When we heard that one of the goals, future goals, it is plans that are already becoming a reality, is here at the center, in this beautiful place of the Daughters of Charity, a secretariat for the Vincentian family that will help to even go involved and link all the branches together, have encounters, organize formation workshops, formation on spiritual level, formation on other levels, on the practical level of service, and all what you have in mind. Is formation and spiritual formation. It's so important. And that might also be third point. We heard at the, you so well know about it. I now get to know more about the family, the Vincentian family in India, and on other initiatives that you have taken in these past years. It's the model village, wonderful initiative. But among the other goals that you set yourselves, it's the goal. It is to co-involve all the branches of the Vincentian family in the initiative, on the international initiative of the whole Vincentian family around the world, of so-called the Vincentian Family Homeless Alliance. As you know, it was 2 years ago at the closing event of the symposium in Rome, in the presence of Pope Francis, when it was beautiful. Those 3 days were wonderful also as far as weather is concerned. Could imagine in October in Rome could be anything. You know, it could rain, it would be cold. It was sunny. It was sunny the 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The encounter in the St. Peter's Square on Saturday with the Holy Father. It could be anything. It could be rain, and rain, of course. We will be there anyway, but it will be a different atmosphere, probably with you know, umbrellas and maybe, you know, sharps and yeah. But it was sunny, and we heard Pope Francis' message to us. And at that time, at that point, at that moment, we also introduced this initiative for the whole Vincentian family, the Vincentian Family Homeless Alliance. You heard about it, and you will hear more about it. It is about to help. It is not that it's some new project in a sense of areas that you, as branches, are already helping, are already doing. It's not that, for example, we will be starting from scratch, helping the homeless. No, every branch will probably say, you know, we do serve. We do serve for so many years, and it is wonderful. But what is the goal of this specific project? Is to come together, but all the branches. This is one of the key differences. If we say we help the homeless 1, 2 branches together, but then having 21 branches in India, we leave 19 out, or they don't get involved for different reasons. Or there are 5, we still are missing 16, and so on. The idea is to involve every single one in every concrete country, in every concrete region. For example, in India, they may be 21, they are 21, but in some regions they may be, or in states may be, in some states more, probably in some states less. It's according then also to organize oneself on the level of the state. That's the case for Brazil, again, so big of a country. And that's, I had the chance to visit Brazil in September, and that was exactly what they are also going to do. They are organizing themselves in regions, in states, not just on the national level because, again, of the distances. When we say homeless, right, homeless, the word homeless on the level of the United Nations till 2 years ago was not in fact a name that was officially described on the international level. The United Nations did not have what homeless means. Who is a homeless person? And they came with the help of some members of the Vincentian family. They presented a description, and it was accepted by them on that international level. Homeless in this project, we mean to include the three different groups: homeless persons that live on the streets. Secondly, persons who are refugees, who left their country or their state. They are refugees. They lost their home. They remain without home. It means refugees or internally displaced or refugees in other countries. And then the persons who live in favelas, in places that we cannot really call home for a human being. All these 3 areas all these three groups enter into this project, the homeless, the Vincentian Family Homeless Alliance. And the aim of this project is three. One is to collect information, data among us. If we are 150 branches, each branch, each congregation, each association, each organization is already doing wonderful things in the area of service to the homeless. But we don't know among us what is done. For example, what is done by the family in Brazil, or in Germany, or in Chile, and so on. That we will collect the data, what is already being done in this area. Then secondly, as we will collect this data, and we are collecting, we will be able to learn from each other, saying, oh, that's the way, for example, in Peru, they are approaching this help. This is the model they are taking. This is the way. And then we will hear, in India, they are doing this way. In Vietnam, they are doing it that way. It means we will be learning from each other, from different models and different ways of help. And thirdly, we will be able to act together, to help, and again, first, locally, national, regional, national, international. And we will be, as we were knocking the doors in the United Nations, and this secretary invited us for dinner, right? In the same way, we will be probably be much more effective, and we may get even help from different organizations outside our family, when they will see that we are a force, that we are a group, very rooted with the people, very with the grassroots, and knowing because having been doing this for so many years, and the part of this initiative is also the very concrete project or initiative, the 13 Houses project. Maybe you heard about, and there will be more and more talk about it. What is the 13 Houses initiative? Part of this Vincentian Family Homeless Alliance, because it's not just theory, it's not just like information we are doing and collecting at this point, but at the same time doing already very concrete, practical moves. The 13, why 13, right? Some will ask, why 13 and why not 20? Why not 10 houses initiative, right? The 13 has a symbolic meaning. It's a symbolic number. And it comes from the time of St. Vincent. When he, at his time, together with the three branches being founded at that time, the Ladies of Charity that today we call AIC, the Daughters of Charity and the CMs, they saw the needs again for the people without homes. And there was children that didn't have where to live. And Vincent, with the cooperation, the three branches together, the three groups together, constructed 13 houses for children, for the abandoned children. And that's why this initiative is called 13 Houses Project. And the idea is now that in every country where the Vincentian family is present today, it says in 157 countries, we will introduce this initiative on the Vincentian Family Homeless Alliance and concretely this 13 houses project. Hopefully by January 2020, 2 months time, we will have 50 countries that already took this as part of their program. The Vincentian family that took part of this 13 houses initiative. 50. Of course, we have so much still to go. But it's already a very nice, a beautiful number. When we say 13 houses, the question comes, but should we build 13 houses, or we can maybe build 2, or even, or maybe 20, or maybe they say, no, it's too little, let's build 100, and so on. It is up then accordingly to the possibilities of each country, of each region. But the idea behind it is to see the needs, and already here you have wonderful examples. The floods, right, a few years ago, you did come together and you constructed houses for the victims of the typhoon floods, right? And probably now you will be able to share your own examples. You will say, oh, but we did so much already, and the different congregations, wonderful. And this is, I really thank you dearly for this. But this, the 13 houses project, wants now to continue that because the needs are so great around the world. To continue, but this time under this initiative, to do it together as a family. It means all the 21 branches on the national level or on the state level, how many there are, or 5 or 10 branches, or 15, and to sit down and not to go this way, for example. I would not suggest you to go this way. If one branch says, oh, we are already doing it, we are 20 are still beside, right? You 20, come to us, and let's do it together. I would suggest, and I think it would be much more effective, if every branch will continue to do their own service as is doing, but this project to come around the table with no plans beforehand, and together start this project together, planning everything at the same level, the 21 branches, or accordingly to the states. It means we will all feel that we are on the same level. Everyone, of course, will add their own possibilities, or financially, or personally, or as far as knowledge is concerned, but we will feel we all belong on the same level to this initiative. In this sense, I would like to encourage you to, if you already did not, maybe start at this on this way, to put this as one of your primary goals as an Vincentian family in India. They get very, very much involved in the 13 houses project. The finances are often very much and often the question, but how much would the house cost? Where we will get the finances? One is, of course, look locally. But there is also this project is coordinated by an international committee, and that committee also has a fund that it's receiving help from countries that are better financially, have more financial possibilities, and with the goal of helping those countries that cannot build many houses because of financial restraints. And that the Vincentian family of a concrete country can apply to that center. Father Mark, the president, Mr. Mark Mavric, is the coordinator of this committee, and Father Francis has the information, and it is just to link for any information of how to start this project, how to look for help, how to look for information in how the other countries are doing and involved. All is they have their Facebook publication, their newsletter. They can really get you or send you any information you will need. I think this will be wonderful also. The internal collaboration, if all the 21 branches will start from scratch, and then be, of course, wonderfully effective also to the people that are to be served. And one more, maybe to close, we are running out of time. Yeah. In January, in 2 months' time, it will be a wonderful, a historical moment when all the 150 branches, all the international leaders presently, all the mother generals, all the superior generals, all the international presidents of the Vincentians, all over all the 150 branches, hopefully all will be able to meet. We are planning to meet in Rome from the 7th to the 12th of January. 7th to the 12th of January. And it will be, what is the goal? The Vincentian family at the beginning of the 5th century moving forward. That's the theme, and it will be for the first time that all the mother generals, superior generals, president, international president will be meeting face to face, coming from so different places, from India, from China, from Vietnam, Indonesia. There are some local congregations that are local in one concrete country, but are not yet in, or are in 2, 3 countries. It will be a wonderful moment to see face to face, and this is for sure, I believe, very much a moment of grace, because we will be much more, it will help us to be even more united, more collaborative, moving forward at the beginning of the 5th century. Thank you very much.